Hello, friends. I'm Elizabeth Urbanowitz with Foundation Worldview, and I'm so excited that you've joined me for another month of book club recommendations. As is typical with the Foundation Worldview Book Club, I have 3 titles to recommend for us. The first title I have to recommend is the book for adults, and it's a classic, The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. If you've never read this book before, it's just a great opportunity to dive into C.S. Lewis's imagination and be reminded that we are daily in a spiritual battle for our souls. So highly recommend you check out that book, especially if you've never read it before. And even if you have, it's just a great book to revisit. The second title I have to recommend for us is for 8 to 12-year-olds, and it is the book Speak Truth in Your Heart by Sarah Malley Hancock. Now, this book was originally written for girls. However, I think it can be a great read aloud for both girls and boys in this 8 to 12 age range. Now, here at Foundation Worldview, we focus a lot on preparing our children to confront the lies of the culture. However, something we don't do quite as often is prepare our children to confront the lies that arise within their own hearts. And this book is a great book just walking kids through how do I recognize when an idea that pops up into my mind is not biblical, and what do I do when I find that idea and my mind is dwelling on it. So highly recommend you read this book out loud to the children God has placed in your care. The final book I have to recommend for us is for the 4 to 7 age range, and it is The Garden, the Curtain, and the Cross by Carl Laferton. And this is a great book just outlining how when Adam and Eve sinned, they were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. They could no longer be in God's presence. And this theme was repeated then when the Israelites built the tabernacle and then the temple. And there was a huge and thick curtain placed between the Holy of Holies and the holy place. And then it goes through how when Jesus died on the cross, that curtain was torn in two, showing that we now have access to God's presence because we can receive forgiveness for our sins through Jesus. I hope you enjoy going through these titles with the children God has placed in your care, and I'll see you next time.